What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/Cubcamtv for this, another edition of CubReacts. We are back inside the building once again, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be here. Really exciting stuff, as always. Thank you to each and every one of you joining us nice and early. Going for a slightly different camera angle today. Hopefully that doesn't throw too many of you off. I'm excited to be back inside the building. Big up everyone joining the stream nice and early. We've got a ton of requests always in, so big up each and every one of you getting involved nice and early. Send us a signal in the chat if you are locked in. We've got loads of requests. Out to Quayhard joining us nice and early. Out to Manu Bees in the chat. Out to Faith, good to see you. Out to IK Fuego, Deadly Lord, Tiger, Oliapo as well. Out to Ticketerian. Out to Dominic Andrews. All the regulars are in the building. Out to Dara as well. Out to David Andre Hyatt. Out to Jarlov Detta. Kimo Ranking, Tekka. Oh, I'm loving the fact we've got so many of you joining us nice and early. Big up each and every one of you. Throw some love on the video. Let's get some fire emojis in the chat. I'm hoping we're going to have a very hyped stream this evening. We have got so much to talk about, so much to dive into. The channel has been growing at an alarming rate, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm actually quite scared at how fast the channel is growing. We've gone up nearly 4,000 subscribers in the last 4 weeks. Absolutely crazy. Out to Gabriel in the chat as well. Out to Roshawn in the chat. Also, so many people joining us. It's great to see so many of you getting involved. So last week, essentially, we put together a video on a new Black Sheriff release, Kwaku the Traveler. And since then, the channel has somewhat exploded. We've gone up a ton. The mixes are starting to get loads of views as well. In general, it's crazy. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you getting involved. So many people getting involved today. This is fantastic. Out to Stefan in the chat as well. Out to Nathaniel joining us as well. If it's your first time, thank you. I'll run through exactly how this stream works if you are new to the channel. But there we go. Out to Hewlett in the chat as well. I'm loving this energy from nice and early. As always, if you haven't already, make sure you're throwing a like on the stream. Let's make this one our biggest one yet. Out to everyone from nice and early. So, welcome to Cubcamtv. This is Requested Live, our weekly Friday evening stream. We're going to be streaming from around 5 till around 6:30. And as you may well have seen, we had the stream up and ready to go from about 10 a.m. this morning. Now, what's happened is, following on from this, people have been putting their requests in all day. If you scroll up, you'll be able to see. People have been putting their requests in since very early on today, and we are going to be getting into their reactions live on the show. We're going to be doing live reactions. Hopefully, you guys are going to enjoy. I'm really excited to get into them today, and big up each and every one of you for joining along. A couple of quick updates for the channel before we do dive in. Just today, I've seen we've been featured on Beams, on the Beams app, on the music and spoken word section. So if you haven't already, do go and download the Beams app and have a look at what we're doing. Really exciting to get so many of you involved in that platform. Again, that's one that's growing. We're rapidly rising on TikTok as well. Loads of new stuff going up, loads of new DJ clips. Again, the DJ mixes we've been putting up on the channel have been gaining loads of traction as well, which is lovely to see for me. Obviously, I'm a DJ first and foremost. That's what I've been doing the longest. So to kind of see you guys enjoying the mixes we're putting together is really, really fun. We put together a Friday chill out mix earlier today as well. But yeah, this is the quickest we've had as many people locked in as we currently do have, so big up each and every one of you. I promise you it won't disappoint. Now, obviously, all of you guys have been putting requests in since early on in the day, and following on from that, of course, we have our opening suggestion. Since we're doing the streams at 5 p.m. and we can go on a little bit longer, I want to share tunes that I get sent over the email as well. So we are going to open up today with a track that I am very keen to jump into. As always, let's move over to here. There we go. I need to probably rearrange my camera, but you know what? I'll just deal with it. But there we go. Right. Very excited for this. So we're going to open up with this one from Ida Harms. It goes by the name Lavina. This is a tune that I've been spinning on radio on quite a regular basis. We ran it as a DM Diver, which is my daily highlight, and then alongside this as well. It's also a tune that I've been speaking to his kind of agency about. We're hopefully going to be getting Ida Harms on the show as well, on the breakfast show. Again, for those that aren't aware, I do run a breakfast show every single morning. But this is his newest single that we're going to be getting into today. It goes by the name Lavina. I've run it in a couple of mixes on the channel. Really like the sounds of this one, and I'm keen to get your opinions on it more than anything else. So, guys, if you are new to the stream, this is how it works. I can see there are a few new faces, and our moderator, Kome, isn't here yet. I'm sure that we'll see Kome at some point. But for those that aren't aware, this is how the stream works. Essentially, I will be playing tunes that have been suggested. I want you guys to be putting your ratings in. This isn't just about me talking. This is about you guys getting involved as much as possible. This is about us creating a kind of online online music forum. Basically getting as many of you guys involved with the streams as possible, and I want to hear your opinions about each and every tune. I'll be asking for ratings out of 10. I'll be asking what you like about the tunes, and if you have put a suggestion in, I'm going to be asking you why you've given us the suggestion. So be aware, it's going to be very interactive. Hopefully you guys do enjoy, but I am loving the fact we've got so many people locked in from nice and early. So we're going to jump into this one right off the jump. I've been waffling away for about 6 minutes, so I need to have a little sip of my Red Stripe, and then we're going to crack on. This one, Ida Harms with Lavina. Let's see how it's sounding.
If to send a rapper girl, you know go look my side.
So yeah, this one, Ida Harms, really liking the way it sounds, really liking the overall feel on this one. It's a tune that I've been running in the mornings on the breakfast show quite regularly. If you can't tell by the very specific vocal tone that I have, I work in radio, it's what I do for a day job, and this is a tune that I've been spinning quite regularly. As I said before, we're hopefully going to be getting Ida Harms on the breakfast show for a bit of an interview and conversation, so you may well see him on this channel very, very soon. Guys, how are we feeling about this one? Out to everyone getting involved, out to Jarlove, Detta, nice and regular, out to all the Vendetta gang in the building. It's good to see so many of you joining us. Alongside this as well, IK Fuego saying I was supposed to be second moderator. You know what? IK Fuego, you are in the building right about now, and you're always in the building, so I'm going to do this. You are the moderator for the time being. I may take it away from you when Kome gets back, but we'll see. We'll see. You might get to keep it. So IK is the moderator for today. So don't upset IK, basically. Guys, let me know how you're feeling about this one. I really like it. The horns on it are so clean.
If not the thing with them, they talking, no go look my side. My loving now, my loving now. Since you come my life, I know fit leave it rara. Now you admire my loving now. Since you come my life, I know fit leave it rara. Get your type, no the regular.
Yeah, there's something really smooth about the vocal on this. It really reminds me of kind of like a slightly more, I want to say, pop-centric Adekunle Gold. The actual way that it sounds, the actual kind of textures of the vocal, the way everything kind of operates and the way it all moves together. The instrumental structure on this is really, really clean. Out to Hewlett saying the melody is nice. It's just one I've heard a lot of times. That's true, to be fair. There's definitely elements of this that I have heard before. I think it's just the actual texture of the vocal that does it for me, though. It definitely gives it a unique feel, despite, as you say, the kind of circular, quite, I suppose, moderately repetitious feel of the melody as well. Out to IK saying it's IK the dictator. I trust you, man. I trust you. Faith saying slow jam. Oh no, not again. Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, you sweet me like Ribena. Baby, girl, you the kill me rara. Yeah, you fine past Mona Lisa. Yeah, you sweet me like Ribena.
Backing vocals as well. It's a really good use of kind of harmonics, to be honest. There's something really, I don't know, warming about the kind of choir texture on this. The fact there is this really wide kind of vocal range going on with the backdrop. It definitely feels like there's been a lot of thought going into the harmonized layers on the vocals. Dominic Andrews saying it's the type of music P Square did earlier in their career. Not unique, but I like the flow. That's interesting. Again, I've never actually properly dived into what P Square do. I'm literally saving all of the P Square tunes for these streams, so that people can suggest them, and obviously we can get the reactions in live. Dominic Andrews also saying, IK Fuego, you shall be dethroned soon. This is going to get very funny, isn't it? Out to Gabriel saying AG vibes, AG vibes FS. I don't know if that's meant to be FR for real or FS. I don't know. We'll see. But guys, let me know your ratings on this one. Give me a rating out of 10. I want to see all of you getting involved in the chat on the right-hand side of the page. I can see how many of you are locked in, and I want to see each and every one of you getting involved. Don't be shy. This is an open music forum at the end of the day. I want to hear your thoughts on the tracks we are playing. Deadly Lord saying it's a common style that artists do, so it's not really unique, my opinion, though. Okay, I can understand that. I can understand that.
laugh like basket mouth. All the haters go die with their bad mouth. We go be the talk of the town for South. When I did for your answer, they maintain. Your love truly got me detained.
I think the instrumentation on this is really cool as well. Everything is quite precise in the overall mixdown. It feels like all the individual elements are there for a specific reason. It doesn't feel like there are tunes for the sake of tunes, if that makes sense. Like, there are melodies that are going on for a specific reason. There are percussion elements for a specific rhythmic reason. There's nothing there just because they want to fill out some space, you know. Everything has a kind of direction and an overall feel. We're getting a lot of ratings in on the right-hand side, so we're going to get into those in just a second. If you haven't already, get your ratings in, people. I'm going to be reading them all out, so when we actually clip these up and put them up individually, all of your ratings are going to be live on the channel. So get involved in as many ways as you can.
I don't surrender, baby, no, yeah. I know God, yeah. Me and you forever. Get your type, no the regular. Can you find past Mona Lisa? Can you sweet me like Ribena? Baby, can you dey give me rara? Can you find past Mona Lisa? Can you sweet me like Ribena?
There we go then. As always, again, if you're new to the stream, we do cut these songs off at 2 minutes 30 a pop. Essentially, purely because we want to make sure that you guys are able to actually see the stream. The streams don't get blocked and everything like that. Out to Jar Love Detta sending a donation in. Mad. Thank you. Saying new rules, Jamaica, July 2nd. Get your tickets. That's mad. You know what? I don't know how to react when people put donations on the stream because I just never expect people to do it. But yeah, thank you. That's all I can say. That's genuinely all I can say, man. Big up. Thank you. That's really nice. That'll pay for a nice chunk of my evening. Put it that way. But yeah, overall, we're going to dive into this one. The ratings are in. I'm blown away by that. Thank you, Joe. I loved it. Honestly, thank you. It's so nice to see the people donating and enjoying the content more than anything else. That's what it's all about. But there we go. Deadly Lord giving this one a 6 out of 10. Faith with the 5.5 out of 10. Stephen with the 7. Gabriel with the 7 as well. Lillian saying it's smooth, 8.5. And the Zeh giving this one a 7 out of 10. Hewlett with the 6. Alongside this, IK Fuego saying Coop the Tets are not permitted in this chat. Jarlov Detta giving this one a 10 out of 8. I'm assuming that's meant to be an 8 out of 10. IK Fuego with the 6 as well. Alongside this, Dara saying his pronunciation of Ribena is giving me a little rem. I don't know if that's a reach. I can see that. I can see that. Dominic Andrew saying 8 out of 10 for a flow and rhyme, but 5 out of 10 for being forgettable and a skip track. Interesting. Bacaro saying 7.25. Alongside this, Jar Love, the money man or woman. We'll see. Faith giving this one a lol. Deadly Lord. Again, Jar Love, thank you. Honestly, guys, please don't feel a need to donate. If you want to, thank you. It will allow me to kind of survive a bit longer doing this YouTube lark. Obviously, we're in a very sort of bizarre time in the UK at the moment, money-wise, so it's all very much appreciated. Kome's in the building! Yes, Kome, how are you doing? What's good? It's good to see you. Yeah, this is going to be very fun now. I've made IK a secondary moderator, so there we go. It's going to be very, very fun between those two. But good to see you, Kome. Always an absolute pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, we've had a lot of people joining us already. This is the quickest we've hit the amount of streams that we are currently on that we ever have done. So there we go. We're going to move forward into the next track of the day. It comes to us from Quayha. I don't know if Quayha's still in the chat. He put the request in very early on. So we're going to get into this one. Mama by Kizz Daniel. I believe this is before he had to change his name from Kiss Daniel to Kizz Daniel. I only found that out recently that it's not a spelling error. Like, it's a genuine scenario. Oh, this is going to be so fun. Faith saying Battle of the Moderators. Essentially, if you're watching this back on YouTube afterwards, yeah, we've now got 2 moderators, and both of the moderators are people that have been in the chat since near enough the first week. It's great. Honestly, the community we're building up in here, I look forward to these Fridays so much because we get to all chat and we get to have a bit of a hangout. It's enjoyable. This is like my pre-drinker. Again, I am going out to a party after this. It's just, I don't know what happens. The parties are getting earlier the earlier I start the stream. I can't help it. It's everyone else. And it's winter, so people like to start a bit earlier on. But there we go. Right, this one then. Today's suggestion from Quayha. It goes by the name Mama from Kiss Daniel. Very excited to get into this one as always. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up everyone getting involved. If you haven't already, please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. And of course, make sure you're throwing a like on the video as well. We are rapidly moving towards 29,000 subscribers. We could well hit 30k this month, which would be absolutely crazy. We only hit 25k a few weeks back, which is absolutely crazy. Honestly, the support you guys are showing the channel is absolutely incredible. So big up each and every one of you getting involved. Let's jump into this one then. Kiss Daniel with Mama. Let's go.
It's Young John, the wicked producer.
Feel the mama. You know I like you so.
This is a very energetic tune.
Yeah, cherish you. I stand for you. I wouldn't lie to you, but I feel like for you. In the night, girl, I'm down for you.
Right from the jump on this one, very, very energetic, very energetic drums. Really like the kind of rolling textures on this. I feel like the whole tune just kind of rolls, it kind of grows as it goes. It's really, really cool to see just how energetic the entire tune kind of is. Again, vocals actually quite far back in the background of the mix on this one. I feel like they could be pushed a bit more forward, but it's very, very energetic. Again, what I love about doing these streams more than anything else is because I end up getting told, I don't find them, you guys find them and send them through to me, but I end up getting to enjoy these tunes with all of you guys. But yeah, it definitely has a very kind of old school feel to it, very kind of rolling drums, very booming drums, really, really cool.
Oh, you talk to me, oh mama, free, oh, balano for me, with you, baby. Oh, I think I find it in you. Oh, I think I find it in you. See, if I'm to choose, girl, I choose you. If I'm to lose, girl, I want to lose with you. They say not taboo, but girl, I see truth in you.
I'm not quite sure what's going on in the video. Deadly Lord saying this one loud is loud. Alongside this, Faith saying reminds me of old school parties. Gabriel saying throwback. Kome saying we've reacted to this before. I recommended it. Have we actually reacted to this before? I don't recognise it. You know what? We'll carry on and do the 1 minute 30 because I don't think Quayha's in the chat. But I genuinely don't remember reacting to this. Is that bad? You know what? We react to so much music on this channel. I'm obviously going to miss one every now and then. I think that's the first time it's actually happened as well. Dominic Andrew saying 100 out of 10 we need to patent Kizz Daniel's voice. Did we listen to audio? Because I don't recognise this video.
To be sincere, I will do almost anything for you. Anything for you. Yeah, cherish you. I stand for you. I wouldn't lie to you.
The backing vocals are nice.
In the night, girl, I'm down for you.
I'm trying to see if I recognise the video. I really don't recognise the video. I don't think we've done this before, you know. If we have, then my apologies, and my memory is clearly going, and I need to seek some help ASAP. But I'm enjoying it regardless. I hope you guys are as well. The whole approach to it is very, very nice. Again, the shuffling drums in the background. I'm very lost on what the video is about. I'm assuming it's about him talking about his mother. I presume. But there we go. Faith saying his girlfriend had an accident, so she's in the hospital, but still thinks of her and feels her presence. Okay, see, that's all I need. Now I understand it. This is the thing. I need all of you guys on like a Discord chat when I'm listening to stuff, just to let me know any subtext. It'll make my life a lot easier.
Oh, you talk to me, oh mama, free, oh, balano for me, with you, baby. All I seek, I find it in you. All I seek, I find it in you. Try, if I'm to shoot, girl, I'll shoot for you. Ain't gonna kill, baby, just a bullet wound. prayed about you last night. You get
See, in the
way.
context, the video is actually quite sad. It's quite emotional, to be honest with you, kind of seeing her fade off into the distance and things like that. It's a sad topic. It always is going to be a sad topic. And obviously, I want to keep the mood high here on the channel, as I always try to. I always try to keep you guys nice and happy more than anything else. But again, the video is sad. You can't dive away from it. There's a lot of emotion running throughout the tune as well. You can hear that in a lot of Kizz Daniel's kind of enunciation, and of course, the kind of tender sort of level of the vocal, like the tonalities quivering slightly. You can hear that kind of emotion rolling through what's going on. But guys, let me know your ratings on this one. Dominic Andrews saying, don't force me to narrate Blaqbonez songs. David Andre Hyatt saying, big up Cubcam, big up David, good to see you. Gabriel saying, is there a Cubcam Discord? There isn't yet. There might be soon. If there's a demand for one, we could set one up. I don't know how many people use Discord. I'm on Discord every day anyway, so it wouldn't. I might set one up. Who knows? If you guys would be interested, let me know, and we can get one rolling. Out to Jarlove Detta in the chat as well. Faith saying 8.8 out of 10. Guys, let's get some ratings in for this one. I'm keen to hear your opinions. I know this one, obviously, with what's going on sound-wise now, sounds a little bit different, but there's a lot to like about it, both melodically and in a lot of the kind of harmonies that are going on as well. Let me know your thoughts in the chat.
Yeah, I'm on my lion. If you buy infinity, would you buy for me? Oh? When I make activity, would you come for me? Oh? Step into the light and let me see your face. See your face. Come true. Yeah, cherish you. I stand for you. I won't lie to you, but I feel like for you. In the night,
the vocals are lovely, don't they? I think the vocals work really nicely, and I think more than anything, when we talk about tunes that are like from 5-6 years ago or whatever, it's whether they kind of stand the test of time in regards to would they sound like modernized now. I don't necessarily think that this is a tune that would sound like it came out now, but I think it holds up. Like, listening to it now, it doesn't sound out of date. It doesn't sound like it's lost any potency. It just doesn't sound like it came out recently. Very, very clean. Again, Kizz Daniel's vocals are always going to be good to listen to. Out to Kome saying, who recommended the song? Quayha recommended the song. I don't think they're in the chat at the moment, but they were the first one on today. I've written down all of them on a list. I can still see it at the top, but obviously it depends on when you join the chat on how far back you can read. I definitely think it is timeless. Dominic Andrews agreeing on that one. I agree with you. Deadly Lord giving this one a 6.6 out of 10. Faith 8.8 out of 10. But yeah, guys, let me know your opinions on this one. And you know what? Very, very keen to see how you guys are feeling about this one more than anything else. Again, because it has the kind of history behind it more than anything else. Jardetta saying Carnival. Out to Bakare saying, please react to Davido, Wonder Woman, if we get time. Quayha is in the chat. Good to see you. I hope you are all good. Out to someone else. Hewlett saying, sorry being persistent, but I've been in a chokehold since I heard Roses by Save Millie. If we get time, we'll get into it, but I don't think we'll get around to it today. All I can recommend is that you get into these streams as early as you can in regards to when the streams like go live on YouTube. Maybe set notifications on the channel, because it'll let you know when I'm scheduling to go live. Literally as soon as you see that, or just check the channel quite regularly on a Friday. That's the best way I can recommend to do it, and that's how you can guarantee your tune will get reacted to. Apart from that, it's first come first served, which I think is the fairest way of doing it more than anything else. But guys, I'm a fan of this one. Gabriel saying, not my fave, but classic Kizz Daniel. Again, I'd agree. It does have a very classic feel about it. Now, we're getting a general vibe in the chat at the moment that you guys are quite keen on me setting up a Discord. So you know what? I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it right now so we can get the chat set up. I'm going to set up the server. I'm always setting up Discord servers. You know what? So many of my friends use Discord, but we're all in different servers. I remember over lockdown, over like the UK lockdown for the first time, I spent every day in a Discord group with a few friends of mine. It was so much fun. It was great, to be honest with you. It was great more than anything else. I had a very good time. Right, Cubcamtv. The server is being set up. Out to Adekunle Godwin in the chat. Out to Dominic Andrews saying, not edgy, playing Afro beats, but I still love it. Out to all the new people in the chat today as well. I'm just going to make sure that I can get this set up now, because I'm going to get this set up as we are currently here. Otherwise, I will forget to do it, and it won't happen for ages, and it'll be long getting you all involved. So I'm going to do it whilst we've got you all on the chat, and then I can add you all in. There we go. Let me just find the picture. There's the logo, and I can upload the logo there. If it works, there we go. Right, it's created. It is created. It is live. I'll get all the stuff set up and like sorted out, but I will invite people right now. There we go. I've pasted the link to the Discord in the chat. So, if you want to join the newly formed Cubcamtv Discord that you guys have decided you want on the chat, feel free to join now. I'll sort it all out later on. I'll sort out all the stuff and rules and all that sort of stuff, but we'll start using the Discord to communicate when we're going to go live and if there's any new things. You know what? I might post in the Discord when we put a new video up as well. Maybe that's something we can start to utilize. But yeah, feel free to join. I've literally just set that up. And yeah, we can go from there. There we go then, people. We're going to move forward. I need to tick off that that's something we've done today. And we're going to move into the next suggestion of the day. Today's comes from Faith Nfana Ibaga by Two-Face. Again, my enunciation is absolutely terrible, most likely, but we're going to get into it now. So, uploaded a year ago. It's definitely not a year ago. You know what? We're going to go for the audio on this one, just because I've got a funny feeling the audio will be much better quality. But there we go. Right, I'll get this up on screen now. Just running through the ads. Don't know if any of you are Fortnite players. I am. I play every single day. Grinding that battle pass. But there we go. Right, people. Make sure you are getting involved. If you haven't already, please make sure you are hitting that like button. Out to everyone in the chat, Dominic Andrews and Faith both telling people to hit the like button. It does make a massive difference to the stream and the channel. Honestly, if you guys like the video, more people are able to see it on their timelines. And it goes like that. Faith saying no, play the video. Okay, cool. We'll play the video then. We'll play the video. No worries. I didn't know if the video was relevant or not, but there we go. Right, so we'll jump into this one in just a second. But yeah, guys, if you haven't already, please make sure you are liking the video. I can see how many of you are locked in, and I can see how many likes the video has. It makes such a massive difference if everyone involved likes it, because it puts the stream onto more timelines. It makes more people able to actually see the stream, and it takes a second for you guys to do. It doesn't really affect your things your end. It will just affect things mine, and it will make life a lot easier for getting people involved in the streams. So spend half a second doing so. Just press the like button. It makes a massive difference, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So there we go. Discord is set up, as you can see on the left-hand side. There we go. It's over there. And we are in. Lovely stuff. I'll get more work done on that a little bit later on. And we'll get into this one now. Two-Face with Adibia Nfana. No, it's Nfana Ibaga, I believe. Ibaga. I'm sure we'll work it out. But let's go.
Yeah, I'm coming out straight this time. I'm coming out with a little of my own kind of peace of mind. I'm doing it my way this time, like I'm not gonna bore you with some flimsy kind of piece of rhymes. So pull a cushion, sit back, relax, and listen to this introduction of me, myself, and my mission. My vision is to let you all see that there's more to this life than just faking up reality. Yeah, reality.
You know what? His flow really holds up. Normally when we kind of go back and listen to older rap stuff, I tend to find that I'm a little bit unenthralled by the flows more than anything else. The actual flows, the intricacies, and everything seems a little bit kind of MC Hammerish a lot of the time. Anything sort of, just me with rap music in general. I don't tend to like stuff that was kind of popping before I got interested in it, because I got interested in it because of a certain sound. But the actual flows he's using, the kind of actual vocal textures he's using, the intricacies, the rhythms, the pockets, they all seem to work quite nicely, and they definitely seem like they've actually held up quite well. Obviously, Two-Face, a legend in what he does. This sounds really cool. Faith, if you have any more information about the tune, do let me know, because again, this is a new one for me. Actually listening through, please do let me know in the chat on the right-hand side. I'm keen to learn as much as anything else, and if you've got any information that you feel would help my understanding of the tune, do let me know. I'm going to be asking everyone that as well. Hewlett saying 2002. Jar Love Dead with the fire emojis. Gabriel saying big throwback. Adekunle Godwin, this jam when Two-Face was a real hustler. Let's go.
I wake up in the morning and I stretch out my feet. Say a thank you prayer, then I brush up my teeth. A little exercise and then I grab something to eat. Put on a piece of cloth and I step out into the street. Then into the studio just to cook up some beat. Later to the club to make the people feel the heat. Make an honest living and I'm proud about it. Making sure that all my mistakes I don't repeat. Like I mind my own business and I don't give a shit. I say what's on my mind, I don't have time to edit. Got to thank the Lord.
I'm trying to think of who he really reminds me of. There's a rapper that he really, really reminds me of, and I can't work out who it is. But again, the actual flows he's using, a lot of them remind me of old school UK hip-hop stuff, like Poisonous Poets and like early Skinny Man and stuff like that. The actual kind of intricacies of the way he's rapping really reminds me of a lot of early UK hip-hop stuff, rather than more Americanized stuff. But yeah, in general, this is really, really cool. You don't really have any info for this tune. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. It's all good. If anyone has any info more on Two-Face, I think this is actually the first time we've reacted to Two-Face on the channel, either first or second time. We may have done one tune. I know we haven't dived into the catalogue extensively, but we can always rely on Faith to give us an old school suggestion. And I love the fact we get to do this on the stream. I get to enjoy this with you guys. Like, for me, this is so fun to be able to do. But again, I love the intricacies more than anything else. I love the fact that the flow actually holds up. It doesn't sound dated, in my honest opinion.
That is on me on me feet. Oh, praise the Lord, He give me power to defeat. If you give me stone instead of to give me meat, I try to palm it and I try to forget it. Everybody know that me too legit to quit. Everybody know that me physically fit. Everybody know that me humble and cool, but some people them take me for a fool of neighbor. Never give another man yawa. So the reason why I say for neighbor is that I got my conscience by my side, got peace of mind inside of neighbor.
You know what? Minus the lack of syncopated chords, you could put Smiley Culture over this type of instrumental and it would sound very, very normal. Again, Smiley Culture is an absolute legend in my eyes, an absolute hero. But when you actually take, if you just added syncopated chords like dang, 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 if you just added that over the instrumental, if you actually added that to the instrumental, it would sound very similar to a Smiley Culture instrumental, which is my kind of point of reference, which sounds really, really cool. Definitely sounds unique. Out to David Andre Hart with that one. Dominic Andrews saying, I can't join the Discord. Okay, we'll work it out. If someone is able to assist Dominic Andrews on that, that would be really, really cool. But yeah, going through this as well. Kome saying his most popular song is African Queen. Kimmer Rankin saying one of the greatest Nigerian albums. Adekunle saying Two-Face is a legend here in Nigeria. He was a member of the defunct Plantation Boys. Okay. Faith saying thank you, Gabriel. There we go. Loads of good stuff going on with this one. I'm enjoying it a lot.
To make my dough, so the reason why I say is who God has blessed. No man can curse. No man can curse. No man can curse. No. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. I got to be stronger to be ready for the strife. I know some people will say some things that will cut like a knife. I know some people will say that I might never find a wife, but I'll do my thing my way. Oh, my brother, no be fight.
There's something so enjoyable about the kind of stripped back texture of the vocal as well. The whole tune is very stripped back. You've literally just got bass line, drums, the occasional kind of melodic input, and vocal. That's all it is. Out to Kome in the chat as well, saying I recommended one of his songs, Searching. He reacted to it. I had a funny feeling there was one. I don't so it's first or second. Out to Holster saying check out Zone Fam Controlola. Out to Holstar, by the way. Good to see you, sir. I hope you're well. I think this is the first time you've joined one of the streams. Good to see you. Holster's been on the Breakfast Show before. Big up for joining. I hope you are well. I hope everything is good your end. As always, guys, make sure you are liking the stream as well. But, guys, let's get some ratings in on this one. I'm keen to hear from each and every one of you. Get involved. Let me know your ratings out of 10 for this one. How well does it hold up? That's the question. I'm genuinely impressed with how much it does hold up. Obviously, it's a classic. A lot of you guys are saying it's a classic as well. So yeah, let's see. What do you guys think about this one? Let me know.
Sometimes I might be wrong, sometimes I might be right, but I keep my head straight and I'll keep my game tight. Cause waiting I see now a future where they bright. Got to have it all, not just the bite. Got to have it all, not by power, not by might, but cause Kenny's music got my back day and night. And the Almighty Lord him never let me leave inside. But upon on top of that I still they feel my people bright. So I promise I go use my music to they shine the light. I know go con the form like say I know they sight. I go bear my mind, I go bear I'm black and white. Just because
you know what I'd really like to see?
School, some people
with like this for me, for me, like, this is the type of tune I want to see ciphers over. It's the type of instrumental I want to see numerous MCs going over. I'd love to see if there's an instrumental kind of I'd love to see if there's a kind of instrumental cut of this somewhere available. I'd love to spin this at maybe a battle event or something like that and just see people cipher over it. I love how the fact that the actual instrumental is really quick, but also maintains that kind of leisurely, stripped-back nature of a lot of kind of earlier hip-hop. But there we go. Out to Gabriel saying you're witnessing the roots of the genre with this one. It definitely feels like that, man. Just the intricacies of the rhythm for the time as well. Really, really clean. Apparently there's a 4-digit code for the Discord. Right, give me 1 second, guys. I'll just get this up on here. The 4-digit code for the Discord. I don't even know how you find that out, to be honest with you. according to this, I don't have a 4-digit code. So I don't know. I don't know if that link's not working. I don't know. Maybe if someone in the chat could add Dominic Andrews on Discord and then add him in, that might be a cool way of doing it. I don't know. But if someone could help Dominic getting involved, that would be cool. Again, we've literally just started a Discord for those that aren't aware, and we're going to be diving into that a little bit more as we move forward. But we'll get back into the sounds of this one now. But we have finished Two-Face. We have done 2.5 minutes. And Fana, a Biger. Again, wicked tune. Really, really cool to kind of examine Two-Face. This is definitely one we're going to rip and put onto the channel. I love kind of putting the old school ones onto the channel more than anything else. Because it just gives a kind of depth to the channel more than anything else. It allows us to kind of explore different sounds and styles, and I love the kind of range we're now actually building up on the channel more than anything else. But there we go. Right, we're going to get into this one next from KXVU, our newly elected moderator. And this one is from Brian, I believe that's pronounced, with Longe. Longe or Longe? I presume it's Longe because of the is it umlaut? I don't know what that's called. But there we go. We're going to jump into this one next then, my friends. The sounds of Brian with Longe, I believe it's pronounced. We are live on Cubcamtv right about now. If you haven't already, please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. This one, a suggestion from our newly elected moderator, KXVU, in the chat right about now. Don't forget, guys, we are live on Fridays from 5 p.m. each and every week, doing requested reactions live. So if you want to get involved, just get into the chat nice and early and get your discussion in. Out to Dominic Andrews saying I use Discord for metaverse discussions. Not sure what I'm doing wrong. It's the same app. Yeah, it's very, very strange that you can't join. Very, very strange that you can't join. You know what? I'm going to move that over to this side of the screen. 1 second. And then it means I can look at it whilst the videos are going on at the same time. Como saying KXVU, take it away, my moderator shine. Como, you'll always be the original. Never get it twisted. But there we go. Right, let's bring this one up on screen then. We're going to jump into this one. KXVU suggestion. Let's go. I hope it's not muted.
Hey, baby girl. Where you dig? I dey come pick you right now. No. We got stone up. What's up now? Wait, they call your house now. They get dressed. I beg. How far? Fast. I beg.
We're over 30 seconds in and there's no tune yet. It's a high budget video. We know the rules. 30 seconds, no music. It's a high budget video. That's the rules. That's the rules we move by. Right, there we go. Brian is an upcoming Afropop artist. The track was produced by Spax. Okay, sick. I'm excited now. Okay, cool. Been told to skip the intro, so there we go. Okay. Tell it's Spax on production because I can't stop moving and we're only about 30 seconds into the actual tune. Oh, this is good, man. I love coming across newer artists. Big up KXVU each and every time, always showing me new people to get involved with. This sounds so smooth, man. I love the kind of energy of the tune. I love the rolling drums, the kind of guitar lines that are really doing a lot on the rhythm section as well. The vocal as well, very minimal from the beginning. Just again, repetitive phrases. Always a really cool thing to hear because it does pull people in. This sounds great so far. I'm a fan.
My body do me marama. Give me tungolo until I fall down.
I like the video as well.
Baby, you're not your name. Make a biddy like I said to your gala. Cause I did your back. But you did for my side. I could swap body sharp. Can you be like knife? I know go for your hand. I know go to you.
There we go. This is sounding really nice, really cool, higher pitched vocals. Out to KXVU saying I've requested Brianne on here twice. Is it when you've requested other people as well, though? Because then it's, then you have to pick one. Out to Samney in the chat as well. I think this is the first time seeing here. Out to Lillian with the fire emojis. Nice and early. Guys, let's get some fire emojis if we are feeling this one. How are we feeling about it? Let me know. Get involved on the chat on the right-hand side. As always, this is a live music forum. It's about you guys as much as it is about me sat here talking. So please do feel free to get involved with your thoughts on the tune.
Just freezing, say you sad. So I want to make you dance. Longer, oh longer, oh longer, oh longer.
I'm loving the drums on this.
Make you longer, oh longer, oh baby, oh longer, oh balance somewhere. Make you longer. It alright, same money day. So make you play and dance all night. Yeah, it okay.
I really like this, man. This is sounding solid. There's something really nice about the way the vocals are kind of layered over the top. It doesn't sound forced. It sounds very relaxed, in fact, in the way that the vocal kind of works in and around the intricacies of the instrumental. The instrumental's actually quite flat rhythmically. It's about sort of rolling 4x4 kicks with other elements kind of giving it the pockets that the vocalists are able to navigate. But again, he sounds really, really smooth over the top of this one. Really nicely arranged instrumental as well. I love the fact that the hook is pretty much just a repetitive phrase as well. This is such a common theme we're seeing at the moment. Just that longer. Really, really nice, man. I do quite like it. Out to 7 out of 10, the longer is repeating a lot. Yeah, to be fair, it is repeating a lot. For some reason, it's not being an issue for me on this one, though. I don't know why. Guys, let me know your ratings on the right-hand side. I'm keen to hear from each and every one of you. Don't be shy. Get involved. We don't bite. Get involved.
We okay, it alright, we alright. Same money day. So make you play and dance all night. Oh, you don't go back, oh, you longer. Tungulu na, oh, you longer. Sungalaja, oh, you longer. Stays on my mommy longer. Man like Sparks, longer. Man like Dapper, longer. Man like Cheddar, longer. My mommy, oh, balance on my day. You're back, but you there for my side. I could swap body shot.
There's something I'm really enjoying about the percussion on this one as well. Also, this girl is absolutely gorgeous. But we're getting a lot of comments we're getting a lot of comments on the right-hand side. Latex, again. You were here last week and I couldn't stop laughing at the name. Saying, so sorry for being a pain, but you really need to react to Good Time by Kizz Daniel. I'm pretty sure we have reacted to Good Time by Kizz Daniel. Surely we have at this point. I'm pretty sure we have. Out to Tommy saying, please play Sugar Boy, holla holla. If we get time, I don't think we will get time today. Out to Dominic Andrews saying the girl with the purple floral earrings. I mean, she's very, very pretty. Let's be real here. She is very, very pretty. I thought I recognised her face. But there we go. Dominic also saying one of the girls is so ubiquitous on music videos. Out to Samney saying the standard is so much higher these days. 5 out of 10. Faith with the 6 out of 10. Lillian with the 5.5 out of 10 as well. Gabriel saying Dominic Andrews, yeah, I clocked her as well. That's really interesting, man. That is really interesting. Yeah, there we go. Moving forward. Deadly Lord saying repeat a lot of words. It does repeat the hook a fair bit. Again, we're 2.5 minutes in, and I think we've heard the hook 3 times. Maybe a bit much. Maybe a bit much. I will concede that one. But there we go. We're going to move forward. We've got loads to get through tonight, so I need to make sure we are moving forward. And we are going to move forward next into a discussion. We haven't done a discussion in a few weeks. Obviously, we've been focusing in on the channel primarily on doing the sort of discussions as Cubcast episodes, which you guys seem to be enjoying. They're picking up a lot of steam. I think last month we actually got more views on Cubcast episodes than we did on reaction videos, which is absolutely crazy. But we're going to go back into a live Cubcast edition here and now. So let's get into this. Let's get into this discussion. And I want to discuss albums because we have seen a spectacular album from Rema drop very, very recently. Earlier on in the year, we've seen Fioke's album. We have seen Adekunle Gold's album. We've seen a number of different projects land. Now, I want to ask you guys, what has been the best album drop of the year so far? I want to hear from each and every one of you in the chat. This section is as interactive as it gets. We don't have a Cubcast mini-sode if you guys don't get involved, so please do get involved on the chat on the right-hand side. I'm so keen to hear your thoughts on this. I've got 2 or 3 favourites that I'm really, really keen to discuss. But what are your favourite albums of this year so far? So albums that have dropped this year. I want to hear your thoughts on different projects. I want to hear your thoughts on different tracks on those projects. I want to hear what your favourite album projects of the year so far are. Let me know in the chat on the right-hand side. Get involved. I'm very, very interested to see what you guys are thinking. Again, there's a few suggestions that I've been noticing. Obviously, World's had an album out this year as well. We've also seen kind of smaller projects from Fave. Tommy Loomis saying Ashe's album for me, total phenomenon. I definitely think Ashe's album was very, very good. Actually, moderately slept on, to be honest. We did do a full album review for it here on the channel. Again, she shone throughout the entire project. But yeah, it's been very, very interesting. A lot. IK saying Ashe as well. It's going to be really interesting to see how many people do actually say Ashe on this one. Austin saying Rema or DJ Neptune. Has DJ Neptune had another album out this year? I know he had Greatness 2.0 drop towards the end of last year. But I don't know if he's had another one out this year. I don't know if that's the one you mean. But alongside this, also saying Rema. Yeah, I definitely think Rema's in the conversation. I think he has to be. Deadly Lord saying when Chris Brown's album drops, I'll be saying that, and Kendrick Lamar's album as well. I'm sure Kendrick's album's going to be very, very good. I'm not the biggest Kendrick fan, but you have to appreciate what he does, and it is spectacular. Dominic Andrews saying Rema, Raves and Roses, and Ashe's album. Haven't listened to them all, to be honest. Lillian saying Adekunle Gold. Let's not forget about Adekunle Gold's album. That dropped earlier on in the year. I had a slight issue with Adekunle Gold's album, which was it was slightly too samey. Like the majority of the project felt like a similar kind of project. You know, it felt very kind of. It didn't really feel like it expanded. But moving forward alongside this, Hewler also saying Saburu Boys by Cruel Santino. Cruel Santino was great. Again, I need to get into this project at some point. We've done one reaction on this. But we haven't actually done the full thing yet. At some point we will. I promise you at some point we will. David Andre Hyatt saying the best male album for me is Rema, Rave and Roses. Best song on it for me is Are You There? Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Dominic Andrews saying Adekunle Gold is lit, but third for me. Samney saying I like Rema's sound, but I think he's trying too hard to be heavily international. Most of the songs on the album are not Afrobeats inspired. He's in a very kind of unique position, isn't he? Rema in what he does. It definitely feels like he's in kind of his own lane. He's definitely taking sounds in a different direction. I'd say there are little kind of scatterings of elements, but it's a lot more electronic and a lot more, I'd say, pop influenced in a lot of places. Interesting stuff from Samney. IK Fuego saying I'm looking forward to Oxlade's upcoming project. I know nothing about Oxlade's upcoming project. I'm really, really keen to see what's going on with it more than anything else. But yeah, I know we do have an Omar Lay project on the way. But yeah, alongside this, David saying best female project for me is Fave, Rhythm 5. Fave is new. Is it an EP? Yeah, Fave's got a wicked EP out there. It was quite high up in the charts as well. I saw it was in the Nigerian charts quite high. It was also on the most listened to on Audio Mac for a long period of time as well. It's still probably in there. When I checked a few weeks ago on Audio Mac, when I checked a few weeks ago on Audio Mac, I think it was in third on the album chart. So it's done really, really well for projects. Out to Gabriel saying, save the album of the year conversation till Abong JR's album drops. I have a feeling that's going to be a classic. We've said it on this channel numerous times. Abong JR is generational. I honestly believe Abong JR might be like... In regards to production and overall kind of arrangements, I don't think there are many people on his actual musicality level. I feel he is on the same kind of plane as Masego and James Blake and people in that kind of field. The way he builds his tunes, they are so incredibly textured, incredibly well layered. I don't think there's anyone on a similar plateau to Abong JR right now. But there we go. Guys, really cool to kind of hear from all of you. David Andre Hyatt saying, I feel Rema is leading, but I want to see what Mr. Easy, Malik Berry and Buju have in store with their upcoming projects. Mr. Easy dropped a new one earlier on with DJ Neptune, definitely showing he's still got it in the locker. I'm such a fan of Mr. Easy. I've actually got a project dropping with Just Vibes on her Appreciation series, and we talk about Mr. Easy and why we feel he's very much underrated. I think Mr. Easy is such a, not necessarily underrated, but kind of not brought up as much as he should be. I'm such a Mr. Easy fan. Lagos to London is one of my favourite projects of all time. Again, Malik Berry got a new project on the way. I didn't know that. Buju is a new Buju sort of sort of had a project in the works. But there we go. Big up each and every one of you getting involved in that sort of Cubcast minisode. We'll put this up on the channel. But for now, we are going to move back into the musical reaction. So let's get into the next one on the list. This one coming from Deadly Lord. Zerimar alongside Travis World with Good Life. Interesting stuff indeed. Let's go and jump into the sounds of this one. We have got a lot to get through. Wow, I need to speed up this. So this one came out last year, just over a year ago. Wait for the advert to pass. Apparently, the reason I paused the adverts is apparently you can get copyright struck for posting adverts in videos that you're reacting to, which is really, really, it's just a bizarre, very backwards thing if that's true, but I just don't want to take the risk. But we're going to jump into this one then. This one is Deadly Lord's suggestion. Deadly Lord's been with us for a few weeks now, and I'm very excited to see how this one sounds. So let's jump right into it.
Travis World. Yeah. Say to the market, yeah. Make money and I live my life. Champagne and girls all night. Beer rise up in the east side. 49 just on public figure. Anything private, I'm a flight to buy. B-I-M-R-V-I. So
right from the jump, very much along a sort of very modernized bashment dancehall kind of flavor. This one, very interesting tune. Upness Rhythm is the name of the instrumental. This really reminds me of Alkaline, man. It really, really does. In regards to the, not necessarily the vocal, but the instrumental that's being used, you can definitely hear a lot of similarities in the sound. You can hear a lot of similarities in the enunciation, the vocal patterns, the maneuvers, and that's kind of like my reference point for this. New artists on me though, Zerimar and Travis World. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know why I feel that way, but there we go. Apparently, the actual video isn't playing on the screen. I mean, it doesn't really... We're playing a visualizer rather than a thing, so it doesn't really make much difference, but there we go.
Up in the sky, and thank God for life. Make money and I live my life. Champagne and girls all night. Beer rise up in the east side. 49 just on public figure. Anything private, I'm a flight to buy. B-I-M-R-V-I. So me say you up in the sky, and thank God for love. But thank God say me never grow better. We move forward, backward never.
This is an interesting one, man, because I'll be entirely honest. I like all the individual elements, but it does feel a tad cookie cutter, if I'm being entirely honest. There's nothing that really leaps out at me. And again, I'm a fan of this sound. I'm a fan of this direction. Every single week on Breakfast, every single week on Breakfast, I do literally a half-an-hour segment on brand new dancehall, when a lot of it kind of falls into this kind of category. But considering this came out a year ago, I don't know. I feel it's quite cookie cutter in a lot of ways. Guys, let me know how you're feeling about this one in the chat on the right-hand side. Again, everything about it's solid. It just doesn't feel very unique, if you know what I mean. It just feels like there's a lot of elements that have been chopped up and just kind of put together, but none of it feels kind of refreshing. And obviously, you have to give the benefit of a doubt for it being a little bit older, being a year old in its release. But let me know how you guys are feeling on this one.
Strong woman, thank God to me never eat rice and butter. But thank God for way make me reach in a life. So thankful Lord, you know me have to say it twice. Thank God for keeping me alive. Thank God for keeping me alive. And I live my life. Champagne and girls all night. Beer rise up in the east side. 49 just on public figure. Anything private, I'm a flight to buy.
I'm trying to think who the vocal reminds me of.
So me say a cup in the sky, and thank God for love.
Yeah, there's nothing really to dislike about it. It's just the fact that nothing really jumps out. Do you know what the vocal sounds like? A slightly less kind of textured Jamil. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like a slightly less textured Jamil. The actual patterns he's using, the direction the melodies are going that he's kind of pushing forward. Like, if you were to kind of swap Jamil's vocal texture out, it would sound quite similar. I think that's the kind of thing I'm getting. But then the instrumental sounds like it could be an Alkaline instrumental. Again, there's nothing that I really dislike about it. It's just not really leaping out at me. But there we go. Guys, get some ratings in on the right-hand side. Como saying, I like it though. Gabriel saying a tad generic, but it's nice. Again, that's exactly what I'm saying, man. I think it is a tad generic, but there's nothing to dislike about it, so I can't really be mad at it. Dominic Andrew saying, if I can't remember the sound, then it's a 5 or less in rating. Lillian saying the beat is off. Gabriel giving it a 6 out of 10. Let's get into it.
No matter if them want bruise and beat you. Flex because you know I lend them your vehicle. Lord, I would do some people. If you now wish me good, me delete you. If you don't wish me good, me I block you. If you now wish me good, me not know you. Cause only God make money and I live my life. Jumping on girls all night. Be rise up in the east side. Party nice, just on public figure. Anything private, I'm a flight to buy. B-I-M-R-V-I. So me say you
I feel actually, to be honest, even the instrumental hasn't really gone anywhere, has it? Like, again, I hate doing this on the stream. I hate kind of being like, yeah, it's not entertaining. No one really likes to sit and listen to people moan. But I don't know. I just feel it could have done more. Like, there's so much potential in it as well. You can hear the kind of movement in the instrumental. It just feels almost too full at certain times. Going through the ratings, then Gabriel giving this one a 6. Jar Love Detta with a 6 as well. Yeah, guys, let me know your ratings on the right-hand side, and I'll run through them. Do feel free to get involved if you haven't already. This is requested live. It's all about you guys getting involved with ratings, and we have a lot less fun if you guys don't get involved. So please do feel free to on the right-hand side.
And thank God for life, money and I live my life. Champagne and girls all night, beer rise up in the east side. Party nice, just on public figure. Anything private, I'm a flight to buy. B-I-M-R-V-I. And thank God for life.
There we go then, Zerimar alongside Travis World. This one, Good Life, Upness Rhythm. It's an interesting one. It is an interesting one because I won't lie to you, I probably play tunes that sound like this on radio very regularly, that have a similar kind of texture, a similar kind of structure, that aren't necessarily mind-boggling tunes, but there is somewhat of a kind of release culture within a lot of dancehall where it is about putting out a lot of music and then occasionally a big one will land. I can't help but feel this is one of the ones that hasn't really landed, if I'm being entirely honest. But guys, let's get your thoughts on this one. Sammy saying the beat is too basic. Como saying title of the song. This one is Good Life by Zerimar and Travis World. Lillian giving it a 3. I wouldn't give it a 3. I'd probably sit it around the 4. I'd probably sit it around a 5, to be honest with you. I think a 3 is a little bit harsh. Tommy Lume saying don't forget to play Sugar Boy Holla Holla. If we get time, I don't think we will have time today. Again, all I can suggest is you get into the chat a little bit earlier, and get your request in. Faith saying yeah, Sammy, agreeing with Sammy. Faith saying 6 out of 10 for me. Jar Love Detta saying thank God for life. There we go. But there we go, moving forward, we are going to move forward. David Andre High also saying 5 out of 10. It's bang average. That, to be honest, that's exactly what I'd say. Like, there's nothing to really dislike about it, but there's nothing that really pushes it somewhere where I want to go. It feels like it is maybe 1 or 2 kind of cool melodies or cool kind of directions away from where it should be as a tune, because all the elements are there. It's just everything's kind of playing at like basic. Nothing's been upgraded, if that makes sense. You know when you're playing a game and you can like upgrade armor and stuff, it feels like everything is just like the base level. But there we go. Next up, we're going to get into this one from Tiger. It goes by the name Yardi Fiesta from Alkaline. I'm a big fan of Alkaline, and I'm excited to get into this one. So yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Honey Challenge. What is honey? Oh, it's the thing that it can't just be me, yeah. Everyone else must get the adverts for honey as well. Any chance of getting the playlist queue on screen? Okay, cool. This is as far as we are going to go today. This is what I've estimated we are going to be able to do. I do write down a little track order, running order before each show. I make notes and stuff about what we're going to do. So we're going to get into Oliapo's suggestion after this one, Ticketarians after this one, and then Dominic Andrews will be the last one of today, just so everyone is aware. We normally get for about maybe 8 or so on the Friday streams. Again, we want to allow like sort of 8 to 9 minutes per thing. We want to allow time for a little bit of a chat, a little bit of an intro. I don't want to have to rush through them. And as I said before, I've got things to do, so I've got to go to a party afterwards. I can't help it. I have to go out and drink a few more of these. So there we go. It's been a busy week, people. It's been a busy week. We're going to get into this one, though. Alkaline, Yardi Fiesta. I know there are a lot of fans of Alkaline on this channel. I know there's a lot of Alkaline fans in the chat as well. One of the best fan bases that I've ever seen on the channel. Whenever I post anything about what Alkaline is doing, I end up with loads of notifications on Instagram, people sharing what we're doing. It's so cool to see. Such a wicked fan base. But yeah, this one alongside DJ Frass. Let's get into it.
Frass. Yo, 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 yo. Leave me low, we know. Pull up in the Benz outside. They have full of vibe, oh vibe. Girl, I'ma keep up in one night. Drum come on, she a go feel more like. I touch her, so she turn in a animal. And them ya kind of thing ya make me miss carnival. She start make up her face. Electric with her waist.
The vocal melody on this, I can't remember the name of the tune, but there's a tune that came out a few years ago that I always spin in sets, and the hook goes, "I'm all the pretty girl we like." I can't remember who does it, but the melody on that is identical to the melody on this from Alkaline. There's such a similar kind of direction. This sounds really, really cool, though, man. First time actually listening to this one again. It's DJ Frass, always great on the production side of things. Very energetic, very lively. I'm enjoying the sounds. Guys, how are we feeling about this one? Get involved in the chat on the right-hand side.
Everybody in the party, I be a girl like me, they a carnival. She na pum pum shots, me a steer, me no care, yo. Cause any man a runny bird, them a scare crow. Money in a pocket, we a flash with the narrow. Like pinchers, we a bundle hero. Gyal a bubble up on every woman to a man. Them a dash for pussy if you no get a you wrong. Party ram up your fuck. Yeah, so me a jam. Gyal a mind select a better no stop his song. And a liquor she a lose it. Drunk up a do it. Move your body to the music.
This is relatively tame for Alkaline, isn't it? Like, normally we would have had massive kind of vocal breaks and stuff, but I actually quite like the fact this is more stripped back. We get to see a different side of Alkaline's character. We get to see a different kind of direction. Hewlett's saying it's a good Alkaline song, granted, but it doesn't push the envelope. Again, you have to take into account that this came out in 2018. So July of 2018 as well. So the first half of 2018 when we're listening through it. Like, if we're being honest, this was a period where dancehall was quite generic. There were a lot of tunes that sounded very similar. There were a lot of tunes. It felt a lot more about kind of rhythm tapes than it does now. Obviously, we still have the rhythm tape thing going on, but this was a period of time where everything kind of felt like it was based around rhythm tapes again, which was a cool period. But it was more about the producers than the vocalists, I feel, during this sort of time period. And I think Alkaline sounds quite cool on this, to be honest with you. It's different from the kind of Alkaline we're normally used to. Deadly Lord say, look at the views on that one, on that song, Cubcam. 14 million. Alkaline does numbers, bro. Yeah.
Me a feature, me gonna make me use it. Girl spending money and a flirt, I put it in a reverse. Feel all of this and know me, I fi get me money worth. Yeah, go on girl, do your thing. Little from this and know straight to fucking. Link I touch her, so she turn in a animal. And them ya kind.
Can someone please find the tune that I'm talking about? I'm gonna find it. It's on a tape somewhere. It will be in my Serato somewhere, and I'm not going to bring my Serato up on screen, but it will be in there because I know the tune. It's really, really aggravating. But yeah, I can't remember the name of that tune because the melodies are so similar. And it's a tune I was running on radio back in 2015. Trying to think of who the vocals. The vocals sounds like it could be Bounty Killer as well. But I don't know. Guys, how are we feeling about this one in general? Let me know in the chat on the right-hand side. Get involved, and if you haven't already, make sure you are throwing a like on the video. Samney's saying, I used to live in the UK when dancehall was big, but it came monotonous and fell off. I fear Afrobeats might head in the same direction. I don't know. You know, I think dancehall is very much back. I feel dancehall is very much on a much more greasier tip than it was at the time. It was a lot more about kind of, a lot of it was more sort of like party tunes and love influence tunes and lovers tunes, you know. And I think we've moved down a much more gritty avenue with dancehall. Dancehall's adapted now. Dancehall has turned into something completely different to what it was in sort of 2017, 2016, when you had people like Christopher Martin first popping, you had Taurus Riley really starting to get into his stride, when you had all of these kind of newer artists, when Jamil was first coming out as well, when you had all of these artists first started popping onto the scene, However, now all of these guys are established, and you've got the new heads like Skeng, like Tommy Lee Sparta, like Chronic Law, all of these new heads that are really, really pushing a much more kind of, I want to say, aggressive, more underground style of dancehall. I love seeing the transition, to be honest with you. It's really, really cool to see.
Boss nigga blast off, surpass figure, start make some last figure, see that we are the biggest thing in our road. Mistakes in the past, but give thanks for the loss. Life greater than anything where money can afford. So we are live with life the way we feel fair. No them one here fuck we reach way. We so immortal, them can't defeat way. Plus me a big granny up a even way I keep me. Party done away the after party there. Ready fi cut and him, I wonder which part she there. Inna me front seat, cock up on your hawks, me say. Stop a road fi buy a piece of chicken, she clarty way. And we a live with life.
I really like this, man. Again, this is an older one. It's not one of Alkaline's first tunes. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring Alkaline's actual page on screen. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back and find where this is on the listing, because I know he had a ton of imp stuff out before this. This is, what, 2018? When this came out? So how many years ago is 2018? That's 4 years ago. I just need to find the picture that looks the same. So the yellow, look for yellow. So this came out, yeah, 3 years ago. Or more like 4 years ago. So yeah, there was so much, like, stuff going out prior. I'm just trying to think of the first time I remember hearing Alkaline. When was it? Scumbag might be the first time, you know, because that's over Boombox, isn't it? Yeah, it's over Boombox rhythm. It might be Scumbag the first time I actually heard what Alkaline was up to. Absolutely love Scumbag, man. I love that tune. But yeah, we'll let this one run through for another 30 seconds, and then we'll get our final breakdown.
The way we feel big motorcade in the street, eh. I was in the night, nobody no sleep, eh. Did I tell you boy you no believe me? That touch so shit on in a animal. And them ya kind of thing ya make mommy's carnival. She start to make up our fears. Get while I move up our wheels. Everybody in the party, I be a girl like me there carnival.
Well, there we go then, the sounds of Alkaline, this one alongside DJ Frass, Yardi Fiesta. Cool tune, like the vocal melody. I really am trying to remember where that melody is originally from. And you know what, I'm actually going to have to look it up. Because is it Anthony B? It might be an Anthony B tune. It might be a Loot and Fire tune. If it's a Loot and Fire tune, then it's newer. No, that's not it. I'm looking at this on my other screen. Is it an Anthony B tune? Pretty Girl, there it is. It's an Anthony B tune, and it's actually more recent. So it's actually Anthony B that copied the Alkaline flow. My bad, I got it wrong, guys. Listen to you know what? We're going to bring it up on this screen, and we're going to quickly listen to it to finish this off, and you'll see the melody is identical. Pretty Girls. I don't normally do this with comparisons, but the melodies are so similar, I can't not do it. And there's such a that melody. It's the same melody. I've been right here waiting for you all my life. I knew I wasn't making it up. I knew there was some substance to the waffle I was chatting. But there we go. Alkaline, very cool tune that goes by the name Yardi Fiesta. Very much enjoying it. Going through your comments on the right-hand side. Ateka with the 8 out of 10. Deadly Lord with the 9 out of 10. Alongside this, Alkaline Deadly Lord saying Alkaline, one of the most versatile artists ever. Detta for life. Dominic saying 5 out of 10. It's forgettable. Is this a new track? No, obviously it came out a little while ago. Faith saying... alongside this, don't know about dancehall, but I share the same view with Sammy about Afrobeats. Obviously not wanting it to become too saturated. Alongside this, Dominic Andrew saying, obviously, the flow from Alkaline is lit. Flow-wise, it's 7.5. Deadly Lord saying, we do it first. It's very similar. Faith also saying it's really similar. I knew I wasn't going mad. I was slightly worried I was going mad, but I knew I wasn't. Dominic Andrews, along the topic of Afrobeats potentially becoming too saturated, I feel. Afrobeats continues to evolve with the likes of Afro Ray from Rema, Emo Afrobeats from CK, Afrofusion from Burner and WizKid. This is the sort of thing I mean. Like, you're going to have similar rhythms, similar melodies and sort of similar structures, but there's always going to be things that changes. I feel Afrobeats is a lot wider as a genre than a lot of the much more central lying dancehall that was popping during the time we're currently talking about. There's a competition amongst new artists to stand out, so don't worry. Again, I think that I definitely agree with that. There's a lot of like premise on sounding outside the box and trying different things. That's why CK's popping. That's why Rema's popping. It's why Fireboy's doing things completely differently. His new single sounds completely different to anything we've heard. So, yeah, very excited to move forward. Yeah, because I remember hearing Fleek as well at the same time, yeah. Anyway, we're going to move forward onto the next suggestion of the evening. We've got a few more to go. This one coming to us from Oliapo. Davido alongside Summer Walker. A very interesting collaboration that we haven't done before. 21 million views! This is definitely going to get us blocked. For some reason, whenever I do Davido content, it gets blocked. It's always upsetting. But we are going to jump into it nonetheless. Let's get into it then. Davido, D&G, Dolce & Gabbana, I presume, featuring Summer Walker. This one, Oliapo's suggestion. If we've still got some energy in the chat, please do let me know. Throw some fire emojis in. Get involved. Get some comments going. Let's get some energy rolling for the last couple of tunes, people. Let's go. Okay, but the whole arrangement on this sounds very UK influenced. Like, a lot of the earlier J Hus stuff, a lot of the earlier Note stuff, even some of the earlier kind of Young Bane stuff, definitely built in this similar kind of frame with the drums, the actual type of drums that are being used. Then next to that as well, the kind of melodies that are being used. It really sounds to me like this is very UK influenced. But yeah, really, really cool sounding tune. Davido sounding very clean on this one as well. Faith saying lovely melody. Faith with the fire emojis right from the jump. IK Fuego with the stars. Let's go. Position between their vocals as well. But that little riff there from Davido, I don't know how... The thing is, he has something in his voice that makes him able to do that whenever he wants. We don't hear it as much as we used to, but I would love to continue hearing that very kind of gritty kind of... sort of almost like... it almost feels like a muted trumpet, the way that he's able to kind of do that kind of grittiness to his vocal. Really, really cool thing to hear. This one sounds great, man. Really, really cool, the transition between him and Summer Walker. I don't know if it's just me. The whole tune sounds very UK influenced. I don't know why, but it definitely... that sort of sound, it sounds like early kind of J5 maybe, in that sort of bracket, maybe early Foreplay, that kind of bracket sort of sound. Faith say, laughing at muted trumpet. You know what I mean though? That kind of sort of thing that Davido is able to do with his voice. Sammy saying very true, sounds like J Hus type of vibe. Definitely it does. I definitely think it does. I feel now J Hus would be a lot more melodic, but their transition sounds really cool. Hewlett, however, says the hook doesn't work for me. The instrumentation goes hard though. I definitely agree. The instrumentation is the strongest thing on this for me. Again, I didn't know Summer Walker wasn't from the UK, so on the vocal the entire way through as well. We just heard a little flicker of it. We just heard it kind of flutter into place there just before this. Again, I'm loving the kind of constant changing of the background color. Like we had a scene that was really green, a scene that was really red. Now we've got this really yellow looking backdrop. There's something about using striking colors which always makes a video a lot more memorable. And also yellow is my favorite color, so big up that. There's even a little bit of yellow in this. See? All about good color collection. Gabriel saying the frog voice special. The instrumentation definitely goes hard. Dominic Andrews saying I love D&G. It's back in the early Davido vibes when he did Afrobeats because of a lot of collaborations. 100 out of 10 rating for this. Guys, it's time. Give me your ratings on this one. Let me know in the chat on the right hand side. I'm keen to hear from each and every one of you. Don't be afraid. Don't be shook to throw your ratings in. I want to hear. This is an open music forum from each and every one of you. As I've said before, these live streams are all about you guys getting involved as much as anything. Hewlett saying, does auto-tune ruin songs for you? Not at all. I actually get really angry at people that say auto-tune ruins music. I don't think it is at all. I think it is a creative tool rather than a corrective tool, as you would say in production kind of lingo. A creative tool is something you use to kind of fix errors, which is what an auto-tune would be traditionally used for. But when it's used and it's very obvious, it becomes a creative tool. Since T-Pain started doing it, and people like Daft Punk were doing it in dance music, that was when it became a creative tool. And I think use of it in little kind of things like that, even when it's there the entire time, as long as you're using it creatively and you're creating an interesting sound, then I have no issue with people using auto-tune whatsoever. I actually get really, really annoyed at people going, oh, it's all just auto-tune. Yeah, grow up. It is 2022. I get so annoyed at people that don't accept that it is a creative tool. It's no different to using a vocoder. It's no different to using a reverb on a vocal. It is literally a vocal effect that enhances sound, and it gives you a different kind of layer. It's no different to using distortion on a guitar, as far as I'm concerned. So it's always kind of good diving into Davido's back catalogue. I tend to find that you find some gems every now and then, especially on this stream. We always get given gems from Davido's back catalogue. I always change the way I pronounce his name as well. But this one, D&G, featuring Summer Walker. Some interesting ratings. Abby giving this one an 8 out of 10. Good to see you, Abby. First time seeing you in the chat tonight. Thank you for joining us. Faith with the 7.6 out of 10. I love the precision that Faith kind of comes with. Samdi saying 6.5 out of 10. Also saying, I love Daft Punk. Who doesn't love Daft Punk, man? Let's be real. Gabriel saying, not exactly peak Davido, but it's a solid 6.5. There we go then, guys. We're going to move forward because we've got 2 more tracks to get into before we do round off today. Ticketarian with Burner Heaven's Gate. So we're going to jump into this one now. I don't know if they're still in the chat. I don't know why I've just Googled Ticketarian. Don't know why I've done that. There we go. Burner Heaven's Gate featuring Lily Allen. Ooh, very interesting. Lily Allen back in the business. Yeah, we'll do this one.
So I read that right now on Google. I didn't know that.
Come on.
Yes, Big Zoo.
Why is construction male dominated? I go on site and there is no other females there at all.
It's definitely about representation. If you don't see that role model, you don't see someone like yourself within it, then it's harder to get into.
Yep.
Search helps us understand each other. Google, what are you saying?
For those who don't know who Big Zoo is, I don't know his kind of international kind of notoriety. He's from Sierra Leone, I think, originally. But Big Zoo is one of my favourite people on the planet because he is unashamedly himself. And he is one of my favourite people in general because he just does everything. He's got a cooking show on Dave. He's got a he's been a Radio 1 presenter for a while. He had a wicked show on Radar before that all went under the ground. But first and foremost, he's a rapper and he's an MC, and he's a very, very cold MC. If you don't follow Big Zoo, go and look at what he's doing. Genuinely, a huge don that I've got a lot of time for. Big up Big Zoo each and every time. But yeah, we're gonna get into this one. Burna Boy Heaven's Gate featuring Lily Allen. But it's also got Settle Down in this, so I don't know. Do we do the video or do we do the audio? I don't know because I don't want to end up doing 2 tunes at once. So we'll just do the audio.
NigerExclusive.net.
Anyway, I thought you was a...
I don't know if we should be listening to this version. For God's sake. Why do people do that? We'll go back to the original then. Faith saying Settle Down is just at the end. Cool. Oh, God, Cub, what an error. Right. We're going to jump into this one now. We'll restart this so we can clip it up properly for the video. Burna Boy, Heaven's Gate, featuring Lily Allen. We're just going to watch the first 2 minutes 30 of this one. And then we've got one more to do. Out to everyone involved in the chat right about now. Out to everyone who's stuck with us since the start of the stream. We're going to do this one more, and then we are done. Let's jump into it. Let's go.
Anyway, I thought you was a G, but you're any snake. I swear down you can't come around my estates. And I go on like say you're bad and brave, because when me come from and I'm moving bait. And they got
this is early burner. This is uni burner. This is so to the uni that loads of my friends went to. So interesting story. He went to uni about 25 minutes away from my house, which is very, very interesting. But yeah, I accidentally played a version of the tune that wasn't. I didn't clock it wasn't on his channel. I just clocked a version that had like a tag over the top of it. My apologies. I'm sorry. It wasn't intentional. It won't happen again, YouTube gods. I'm sorry. But yeah, Burna sounding cool. Like, very, very cool on this one. I'm a big fan of what Burna does, man. I think he's just got this... Over the years, you've actually been able to see his progression and you've been able to see the direction he's taken. This is when he's in a very much kind of UK-centric bag. When I say uni days, this is clearly when he was still very much based in and around the UK. I'm pretty sure he's still based in the UK, but this is when his influences were primarily UK-centric, you know?
So if none of you, man, give me space. I'll show you about knocking on heaven's gates. Heaven's gates.
What's it gonna be?
Rock
Tell me how will you come find me? Mr. Bacamtv, will you come pick me up? Can you guarantee when it's time to pick a side, you'll be on my team? I was kicking off saying 1, 2, 3. He's not up on me.
Anyway, boy, violate, let the semi.
Jesus, this is a slap. This is crazy. Lily Allen's vocal. Lily Allen's vocal's really cool on this. Again, almost, I don't know if this is the right terminology, but almost like Punjabi influence to an extent. The kind of musicality we're hearing, the kind of higher pitch notation, the actual scales she's using sound a lot more maybe Indian influenced. Like, it's really, really cool to hear that like kind of direction from her. Again, we know Lily Allen is a very kind of broad vocalist. Like, we've heard her do a lot of different styles over the years. But again, this sounds really, really cool. And Burna, just the dip on his vocal sounds really, really cool, man. Really cool.
Disputed heavyweight champion till me cool and very great. You must have things that you're better than ISIS. Cause you got a few little devices. You must not know who my guys is. Cause if you did, you would have never ever come try this. Take out the mices, we did the pliers. Coming us so them a breathe with the mices. So me cock it and I breathe and realize this. So me call up Lily to harmonize this. Can't this mices. Anyway, I thought you was a G, but you're any snake. I swear that you're gonna come around my estate.
You know what? This sounds like this. Now, this might be a mad comparison to make, yeah, but this sounds like something that a Bong JR would make now, if that makes sense. This kind of direction, this kind of intricacy, this kind of very alternate take on numerous different influences. You can hear the dancehall influence, you can hear the Afrobeat influence, but you can also hear the kind of influences of kind of instrumental wise. I'm just trying to think. You can hear that kind of UK rap, almost gig sort of style influence on a lot of the instrumentals, that early kind of UK rap sort of approach. You can hear so many different sort of influences rolling around, and I genuinely think if you were to kind of maybe put this sort of instrumental in front of a Bong JR, it would sound actually quite natural. Let me know. That might be a wild take, that might be a completely out there take, but it sounds like something I could hear him on. Let me know if you agree.
And I go on like say you're bad and brave, because when me come from and I'm moving bait, and they got the whole block knocking jakes. So if none of you man give me space, I'll show you bad knocking on heaven's gates.
Really nice use of panning on the vocal there as well. Lots of comments coming in on this one. Faith saying, yes, I hear that, Cub. I'm assuming that's in regards to Lily's vocal. Gabriel saying, yeah, kind of like a high-pitched MIA. What a comparison that is. That's proper cool. Alongside this, Faith saying, what a great pair. Gabriel saying, facts, could definitely hear a Bong JR on this. It's not just me then. That's good. Faith also saying yes to Gabriel. And Dominic Andrews saying he stepped out of the UK crowd once he connected to the Nigerian Afrocentric sound. It gave him relevance. I can understand that. I can definitely understand that, to be honest with you. You can definitely see that transition with Ye. I feel Ye is the turning point for him. I remember hearing his name on things prior, and then Ye came around and everything just completely changed. So yeah, really interesting to hear. This one, it's a proper throwback as well, but there we go. We'll listen to another 30 seconds and then we'll move into the final track of the day.
Telling you. Even I like the daily day when Lily telling you. Them finna say burn a ranking, him stand no regular. This a Ross war, them boy, then a ready for. Don't know the man, them me par with no regular. regular, me pirate drug peddler, par with a mezzler. From your violate a gunshot in your head and a cup in a like I didn't read that when I mean,
this is almost patois, isn't it? This is very dancehall.
Can't violate, can't better, why can't
like that sort of section there, like that midsection there, even kind of the linguistics that are being used, definitely very dancehall influenced, very system influenced. Even the way the video's shot reminds me of like watching what's the name of the film? Reminds me of watching Babylon, like the way the actual video's been shot. You know what? We're gonna give this section a little bit more because I want to hear it all the way through.
Them finna say I not running. You gonna make me bust my gun, something get bunning. I not like pay gunning. Them finna me bad from me young, me bad, I know. Anyway. Boy, violate like the semi-spray.
There we go. We'll finish it up there, but I wanted to let him run out on that section. This is a burner that I'm so happy to hear, man. So explosive, really kind of gritty vocals. What a way to begin rounding off the stream. We've got one more tune to get into, people, and we're going to jump into that one straight away. Fantastic stuff. Out to everyone who stuck with us for the long haul. This is a very cool tune. Out to Ateka in the chat as well. Out to Hewlett saying a standout from outside, which in my opinion is his best album. Faith with the fire emoji. Dominic Andrews saying, yo, that segment is fire. Samney also saying, whilst there are many influences, they are well fused, which makes the song sound original. Exactly. That's exactly what is going on with this one. But yeah, I'm a fan. We're going to get into one more track, and then we are done for the day. Dominic Andrews, it is your time. We're getting into a Blaqbonez tune. Now, you've said you wanted to get into a specific tune. You know what? We've had a very good stream. Is the visualizer a madness? Is it like actually a madness? Like, is it bad, or is it like dealable with? Like, is the stream gonna get taken down, basically? Am I likely to get demonetized? Am I likely to lose like a life? You get 3 lives on YouTube. Am I likely to lose a life? Put it that way. Not taken down. Every time. You know what? Is the original with the we're doing audio. I'm not risking it.
An artist that is not defined by genre.
Let's go, Gets. Why are all my favourite people on adverts now?
Nothing great comes easy, but that's where you have a story to tell.
That's Stefan.
Classic.
Okay. Right. It won't get you taken down, but wouldn't play it in front of my folks. Come on, guys. It's a family-friendly channel. It's really not, but we move. Gabriel saying, not BBC. Lamal, we are going to get into it. Just in the bottom right of the page. Oh, God, what a way to round off. Oh, dear. Dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Let's go. Let's just jump into it. Faith in the chat. Nice to hear you not complaining about adverts anymore. If my favourite people are on adverts, I would never complain because I love seeing my people I love seeing my people. Not my people, I don't know them, but the people I kind of look up to. Gets is my favourite artist in the UK. Favourite artist to ever come out of the UK. In my honest opinion, one of the best rappers that's ever lived across the globe. He's without a doubt the best rapper to ever come out of the UK for me. I don't really think there's competition. So when I see him on an advert and I see someone as innovative as Big Zoo on an advert as well, obviously I'm going to be happy. Obviously. Come on, these are the people I grew up listening to, you know?
Yeah, she tell me say that she wanna be my wife thing, cause I give her piping. Now since then she don't define me. It be like say she want to tie me. She tell me say the thing sweeter than a honey thing, cause the thing got her body shaking like a jelly bean. Now she don't define me. It be like say she want to tie me. She not my fault, say for better be like stallion. She not my fault, say for better be like stallion. She not my fault, I bring fire like a dragon.
This is actually really nice. I was so worried about the video, but I'm happy we've done the audio. But sounding really, really clean, man. Blaqbonez sounding sick, as always. Really nice use of melodies, again, kind of coming with a slightly muffled vocal tone that's working really nicely. Dominic Andrews has given us a ton of info that we're going to dive into. AKA Mr. Bombastic also calls himself best rapper in Africa. BRIA signed under CK's former label Chocolate City. BBC was released as a single in 2020, and the remix with Tiwa was released later on his Sex Over Love album in 2021. Pretty chill discography. There we go. Very interesting stuff. I'm liking the sounds of this one. The actual melodies are nice. The instrumentation's cool. Let's see where we go.
Yeah, fire like a dragon. She said she want to stay all night. She said she want Jamaican style. Oh no. She said she wanna date my side. Couldn't say she want to be my bride, no. She said she wanna carry my child. Feel like say you want to dirty my vibe, oh no. Me, I just want chop and slap. Yeah, me, I don't want anybody. But she don't mind when she hop on the BBC. She know the tire when she hop on the BBC. She talk commander, but she come on the BBC. She got the feeling cause she hop on the BBC.
I'm liking the transitions, man. Like the whole approach to the tune. There's something about his vocal. I know he's in this. I actually thought this prior to you saying it, but in regards to how he physically sounds, you can hear similarities with Shaggy. In the actual kind of texture of his voice, that kind of muffled, kind of back of the throat kind of tone. I don't know what it is about his vocal, but the way his vocal cords work, it projects a similar kind of sound. This sounds really, really cool. The actual instrumentation sounds really good. I'm loving the kind of organ lines over the top, those kind of doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. If that makes sense, really, really clean. And overall, it's a wicked sounding tune, man. I'm a big fan of the overall approach. I definitely think what I've heard of Blaqbonez, I've enjoyed every single time. Someone put in here, Gabriel saying probably the best in social media hype. I don't even think I follow. I must not follow him because I never really see anything. Gabriel saying, hate to say it, but his social media antics hyper low-key better than the actual music. I should probably pay more attention to following him then, to be honest with you. Hewlett saying, Roses, save Millie on your next stream. Again, the best way to do it is just get into the stream nice and early. I try to get these up really early on a Friday, so that you guys are able to get your suggestions in really, really early. Sammy saying this is heavily dancehall influenced. Hewlett also saying Blaqbonez is dynamic. I can definitely hear the dancehall influence.
When I hop on the BBC, I know the tire when I hop on the BBC. I took a
is this the remix?
Catching feelings when I hop on the BBC.
Hear me out, belly proud. But I eat that pussy and he go meow. Fuck, I never sleep until the morning. It make a stallion. Tell me, baby, you don't turn me on. Whitey never seen a dick this long. Quite ironic, I don't give a fuck. If that nigga acting funny, get him off my song. She said she want to stay on.
I like the kind of breaks as well. Going through this, Dominic Andrews saying, did you get scared of my earlier comments? The remix is with Tia, not this. The remix is with Tia, not this one. Okay, cool. I'm trying to work it out because I heard the secondary vocal on there and I wasn't sure. Faith saying, will there be a guessing game today, Cub? No, there will not, purely because I have to shoot near enough the second the stream finishes. I've got a birthday party to attend. I've got a friend who's over from America over here on a press run. And I need to go and see him because I haven't seen him in years. And alongside that as well, I've got a few things to extra do as well. So yeah, this will be the last one from this evening. If you haven't already, join the Discord as well. I'm going to start leaving a link to the Discord in the top of descriptions as well, so people can get involved.
She said she want Jamaican style, oh no. She said she wanna date my side. Couldn't say she want to be my bride, oh no. She said she wanna carry my child. Feel like say you want to dirty my vibe, oh no. Me, I just want chop and slap. Yeah, me, I don't want anybody. But she don't mind when she hop on the BBC. She know the tire when she hop on the BBC. She talk commander, but she come on the BBC. She got the feeling.
Again, the transitions are very dancehall influenced, aren't they? You can hear the kind of the actual melodies he's using, the vocal projection he's directing with. You can hear that very sort of dancehall, sort of classic sound in here. Dominic Andrews saying the video syncs with Deep's in melody, pun intended, especially the BBC parts. I'm assuming that means a certain thing, so we'll leave it there. Faith saying happy birthday to him. It's actually a her. It's my best friend's, one of my best friend's girlfriends, but I've known his girlfriend for longer than I've known him, so there we go. Out to Oshe in the, Oshe, I think that's how you pronounce it. Apologies if I got that wrong. Saying, oh my god, I love your channel. Thank you for joining us. Unfortunately, we are about to finish, which is a shame, but thank you for joining the stream. Get in nice and early. Faith saying her star. Thank you. But there we go. We're going to lift this one another 30 seconds, and then we are out of here.
You make me mad when I hop on the BBC. I know they tired when I hop on the BBC.
That vocal just reminds me of Spice on Ramping Shop.
Catch your feelings when I hop on the BBC.
She not my fault, if for better be like stallion. She not my fault, if for better be like stallion. She not my fault, I bring fire like a dragon. Yeah, fire like a dragon. She said she want to stay all night. She said she want Jamaican style, oh no. She said she
even says Jamaican style on the tune as well, but there we go. We are going to finish this one off here. Dominic Andrews saying you said that with a straight face. Big up to you. You should see me on radio, mate. Some of the faces I have to keep straight when stuff's going like wrong in the background or people are trying to make me crack up. Professional. Just about. But there we go. Hewlett saying, have a blast at the party. Thank you, Hewlett. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for joining us. This will be the last one from us, though. Thank you to each and every one of you that has got involved on this evening's stream. I'll leave a link to the new Discord in the chat. And of course, if you haven't already, please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. You have a fantastic weekend and then a fantastic week to follow. We'll be back same time next Friday. That's it from me, though. Have a great time and we'll catch you all later. Have a good one, guys, and peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, Cubcamtv. Stay locked.